And so, without any further ado, I'd like to, at the far end, introduce to you Betty Notar. Betty?
First of all, just a show of hands, how many of you were here when we had the session last August? Okay, thanks. So my name's Betty Notar, and I'm going to just tell you a little bit about my experience in Katowice, Poland, and particularly what's happened since then. So I have a couple of slides. Thanks. I was diagnosed in 2004 with secondary progressive MS. My symptoms started increasing in a few years later in 2008, particularly fatigue, some really bad headaches, a drop foot. I have not done any of the medication for MS and instead paid particular attention to my diet, basically an anti-inflammatory diet, lots of nutritional supplements, lots of yoga, lots of massage. So after doing my research, I went last July to the clinic in Katowice, Poland, the Euromedic clinic. It was the only clinic that responded to me at the time. There's a lot more choice and options today, which is terrific, particularly in North America, not Canada. And I had been impressed with Euromedic because of the experience that they demonstrated and also because of the protocols that they followed. So they've done about 800 or so treatments to date. So they had a good experience. It was expensive. It was about 9,000 Canadian for me to go, and then on top of that I had to pay my airfare. So it's definitely an outlay of money, but overall I can still tell you that I am very glad I did it. At Euromedic, I had an eye exam, a detailed MRI of the neck and blood vessels, color Doppler ultrasound, and then a venogram after the ultrasound. I had angioplasty on both sides. My left jugular, they used a balloon that was 9 by 40 millimeters. On the right jugular, it was 12 by 40 milliliters. I was told that my azygos vein was perceived not to have a problem, and there was no ballooning there, something that I've thought about since then. So 8 months later, how am I feeling? Basically, following the treatment, I had far fewer headaches. I can say basically I hardly ever get headaches. So that's been a really gratifying improvement. My energy increased and stays good to this day. So I feel less fatigued and I have far fewer headaches. My drop foot is unchanged. So the improvement that I had hoped for with my mobility did not occur. Everybody tells you to go with realistic expectations, and I tried, but it's really hard not to have those hopes and expectations for it to be a miracle cure. It isn't. It's part of the puzzle from my perspective, and it does help. So overall, I do feel better, and I've had to kind of just deal and confront my own disappointments that it wasn't as much as I wanted. I didn't think I had brain fog, but I noticed as soon as I had this treatment that my brain felt crisper and clearer. So I guess there was something going on in my brain that feels better since then. In terms of follow-up, I can honestly say I have not been that impressed with Euromedic's follow-up. I had to contact them 6 months after and say, are you guys doing any follow-up? I thought you were doing research, and where's your questionnaire? So then they sent me some questionnaires. But it took my initiative to get that from them. I have not done any follow-up testing myself. I found that the venogram was the most definitive test, and so I was reluctant to spend money and go to a new clinic for other types of tests. So I haven't done any further testing. I am considering going back for treatment probably sometime in 2012. And would likely seek out a clinic in North America. I mean, one of the advantages of going to Poland, it hadn't been on my bucket list, and it was really interesting to be there, but I don't think I would make that type of a trip at this point if I was to go for further treatment. Since then, I had already been committed to paying attention to my lifestyle, my diet, my supplements, my exercise, all that good stuff. And I think the treatment sort of just gave me a little bit of a boost, so my commitment in that area has been enhanced. And I don't think I've done anything differently. I've done a little bit of tweaking. I'm constantly sort of trying a new supplement here or something of that nature. I do find that the massage on a regular basis also helps. So I basically feel, on balance, it was something that was very positive for me, something that I strongly recommend. I am still appalled that this is not available in Canada and we have to spend the kind of money and go the distance. And, you know, we're in the middle of a federal election, so it's a good opportunity to ask your local candidate what their position is. Gotcha. So in terms of my advice is, again, do your detailed research, you know, find out, you know, what the training is, what the experience is, what the follow-up is, what exactly you're going to get in terms of a detailed report, and try and just go with, again, realistic expectations. But happy to provide any information, and I think I have an email address up on one of these last slides if anybody wants to contact me. Basically feel that this is new treatment and I'm a work in progress. So thanks everyone.
Thanks, Betty. That was perfect timing.